What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Saturday, December the 7th, 2013. Hope you're all staying warm. We went from like 72 to 17 degrees here overnight. Brr. Welcome to December. First link below is going to be to the Blogspot. That's where you're going to find all the links I'm about to give you this week's madness. Let's start off with Nelson Mandela, dead at 95. We got a link here from CNN. Not really a big shocker. He was in ill health for a long time, so put a link to this. Meanwhile, Los Angeles Times says Fast and Furious star Paul Walker dies in car crash. That's kind of ironic. It doesn't really mean much to me, but yeah, right on. It is interesting to see every time a celebrity dies how much we as society mourn for a celebrity that nobody really knew outside of like the box office. Just interesting. BBC News, we got here New York train crash, Metro North derailment in the Bronx. Another train crash. However, I'll follow this up with a secondary link. William Rockefeller, any relation? Metro North engineer fell asleep before fatal train derailment. Sounds like he was sleepy at the wheel. That sucks. From the Blaze, this isn't the normal Blaze, this is like a local paper. Youth, 14 to be in court on charges of Scott standoff. I guess Scott High School. Wherever that is, I assume somewhere in the United States. Put a link to this, standoff at a high school. Meanwhile, up here we got from New Haven Register in UNH, is that University of New Hampshire? I'm not sure. Student had assault weapon, clippings of theater shooting, West Haven police say. That's interesting. What was he about to do? Meanwhile, from the Liberty Digest, knockout game, vigilantes sought in Thanksgiving Day shooting of Bronx thugs. Some thugs playing the knockout game got gunned down. Oh well, that's called justice, in my opinion. Meanwhile, we got Cowboys fans beaten unconscious following win over Raiders. This from Fox Sports Southwest. What's the matter with people? It's amazing we can't get people that riled up over real issues. Football game, we're ready to fight. From KTLA 5, Montgomery Park Fire Department apologizes for alerts sent to Southern California cell phones. Oops, sorry, there's no emergency. What's up with that? Don't know. Put a link to it from E&E News, talking about something that is a real emergency. Hidden government forecast shows Fukushima contamination spread throughout northern Pacific Ocean in 5 years. Be advised. Man, what's it going to look like 10 years from now? 20 years from now? One more in the general bin. Be advised, if you have a Facebook, Gmail, Google+, Yahoo, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn account, your password may have been compromised. Thousands of passwords compromised. Put a link to this from Hawaii News Now. Over to financial news, we got Wall Street jumps on jobs, Dow, S&P in lower for the week. They're still the Dow's still hovering right around 16,000. No, put a link to this. Backup link to that. 5 key numbers behind jobs recovery. Apparently unemployment is down, jobs are up. Whatever you say. Put a link to this. Got one here from Real Clear Politics. Obama says Christmas is no time for Congress to tell 1 million Americans they've lost their insurance. Okay, put a link to this. Meanwhile, next one is Michelle Obama says Americans will need to make sacrifices for Obamacare to work. No, thank you, and enjoy your vacation in Hawaii. Put a link to this. Meanwhile, Obamacare website cost top $1 billion. This from Zero Hedge. Another $1 billion fail. What else is new? Another one from Zero Hedge. Detroit eligible to file Chapter 9. Pension haircuts allowed. Bankruptcy judge rules. I feel sorry for first responders in Detroit who are having their pensions cut. One more in the financial bin. Shout out to Iceland. Iceland thumbs nose at international banksters. Once again, they're going to cut approximately $32,600 from every household mortgage, yada yada. Put a link to this. Go Iceland! Iceland just looking at the banksters like, you could just screw off. Over to New World Order and Police State News, we got here from the Washington Post. Ukraine crisis getting so serious that protesters used a bulldozer against police. This posted on December 2nd. Man, meanwhile, over in Thailand, protesters enter government headquarters unopposed. Security forces standing down. That's interesting. Meanwhile, in Japan, we got this from the Japan Times. Security law says protesters are an act of terrorism. Yes, if you want to protest, it's an act of terrorism. You know, first it's, freedom, you're free to redress your grievances and whatnot. Oh, then you need a permit to protest. Well, now, once you become much of a nuisance to us, you're just a terrorist. Read the book on how society shut down. All going according to plan. Anyway, moving on. Personal Liberty Digest has this. Ready for another Snowden revolution. NSA collects 5 billion cell phone locations records each day. Speaking of Edward Snowden, Guardian newspaper may face terrorism charges for publishing Snowden leaks. This posted 2 days ago from Swan. Yes, you're a terrorist for, once you become, like I said, enough of a nuisance, you're a terrorist. Story Leak has this: church group kicked out of public park for handing out Thanksgiving dinners to the homeless. Happy Thanksgiving. Unbelievable. Put a link to this. We seem to see that kind of stuff every year, though. Just, ugh. From RT, we have Texas boy tasered by police officer after breaking up school fight, remains in a coma. Nice going. November 29. More of the same. Breaks my heart to... Ugh, I'm not getting into it. Backdoor gun control. Will Obama use executive order to ban lead ammo imports? A lot of you are aware that the last lead smelter in the United States is closing. Put a link to this from Swan. Are they just going to get rid of ammunition altogether? I think the people will probably figure out a way to make ammunition, just my opinion. From the Free Patriot, one more here. Hearings on presidential power, Uber presidency, impeachment, and revolution. Interesting right up here. There's a lot of people, if all of us crazy conspiracy theorists are so crazy, why are there a lot of people in our own government and our military? And, there are people who are standing up who can see the tyranny going on. Turns out we're not that crazy. Over to World War III news. U.S. calls on China to rescind air defense zone to avoid Japan confrontation. This continues to go round and round. Meanwhile, from Investment Watch, new Russian submarines are so silent that the U.S. Navy calls them black holes. That's interesting. What was the name of the movie? Crimson Tide. Check that movie out. Never know. From CNN Security Clearance, we got, pro-Al-Qaeda militants seen as lead suspects in American teacher's death. Remember, we gave Al-Qaeda the guns. Ask Eric Holder. Let's see, from the Daily News, New York, we got, desperate Syrians allegedly slaughter zoo lion for food and survival. Crazy times. Put a link to that. Fox News has this: Pentagon prepares to destroy Syrian chemical weapons on U.S. ship. Kind of like how we threw bin Laden off the back of a ship. I don't know. I don't trust anything they say. From the Liberty Digest, one more here. UN ordered to kill. Check this out. Somebody please validate this for me. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. UN ordered to kill American troops who don't turn in their guns. Put a link to it. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news now. We got from NBC Connecticut. Mysterious booms heard in southeastern Connecticut. This on November 29. More and more booms going on. Is it things flying through the atmosphere? Is it earthquakes? Is it fracking? I don't know. Put a link to that. We got another one here from YDR.com, local news. Was it an earthquake or sonic boom? I believe this is in, let's see, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania, Middletown, Pennsylvania. Put a link to this on the 4th of December. Could be fracking, though, I suppose. We got this from RT. Massachusetts seeks 10-year ban on gas fracking after series of Texas quakes. This is 30 November. Put a link to this. A couple more here from Homeland Security Newswire. Check this out. Helping farmers cope with climate change is big business. Yeah, no crap, right? I know I got this from the Show Me Baby. He's always trolling the DHS. Thank you to Show Me Baby down in Texas. Put a link to this. I'm sure Monsanto will help the farmers out. Let's see here. We got from the UK BBC, lethal storm and tidal surge sees thousands out of homes. More and more devastation going on with weather around the world. I mean, is it weather wars? Is it HARP? Is it just natural cataclysms? I don't know. But, thousands among thousands of people around the world. Please send your thoughts out to them. People are being just devastated all over the place by crazy weather. I got one more here in the bin. Outlook grim for beached whales. I believe this is down in Florida. Let's see, Florida Everglades. Bunch of beached whales. Hawaii News Now has a video on it. Check it out. We continue to see more and more of these beachings and... is it pole shift? Is it just normal stuff going on? I don't know. Weird stuff going on, though. Over to strange and bizarre news. Check this out. Marijuana in Wendy's burger was misplaced by employee. Check out the picture. How'd you like to bite into that? Crazy. What? Speaking of drugs, Americans want Congress members to pee in cups to prove they're not on drugs. This is from Huff Politics. Probably not a bad idea. Put a link to it. Would it ever happen? No, probably not. Let's see here. From Fox News, we got mysterious China-themed city proposed in New York's Catskills. What's that about? I don't know. Put a link to it. I heard the Chinese are buying up all sorts of U.S. property, though. From the Liberty Digest, check this out. Low-income gas stations. Low-income gas stations. Guess whose picture is on the billboard there? Yep, Obama, unleaded cash. President Obama, buy your gas here. Speaking of gas, check this out. Electric car owner arrested for stealing 5 cents worth of power. How dare you? 5 cents worth of power. Throw him in jail. Put a link to it. One more in the Strange and Bizarre bin. Put your favorite theme music with this video. Driverless car spotted on highway. Apparently a car just going by itself down the highway. The hood is dented in, so it looks like it's already been in a crash. I don't know, maybe the driver bailed out. You can clearly see there's no one driving the car. I don't know what's up with that. It's not one of those Google self-drive cars. It's an older car. So, you know, like I say, you ever see the movie Maximum Overdrive? Yeah, kind of like that. For all other news, please check my favorites. Put a link to my favorites. I have favorited tons of videos. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. Just tons of fresh news over there. Stuff I didn't talk about. Got a few shout-outs this week. From the Liberty Digest has open letter by Senior Chief Petty Officer, U.S. Navy to DHS Secret Service. Shout-out to our military members who are standing up against this tyrannical administration. Check out this right up here from the Liberty Digest 4 days ago. I hope to see more of this kind of stuff. You know, like I say, the crazy conspiracy people aren't looking so crazy anymore because a lot of the stuff we've been talking about for years, it's happening, folks, right before your very eyes. You can deny it all you want. From CNN Health, we got this. Shout out to a firefighter. I believe this is up in Detroit. Accident crushed firefighter's body, not his spirit. Check out this story. This firefighter. Shout out to firefighters everywhere. This firefighter was hurt on the job, but his spirit is high. And, you know, I don't think we pay enough respect, and we don't think about, you know, it's funny when a celebrity dies, like Paul Walker, the whole country's in mourning, but we don't stop and think about first responders in this country that are hurt and killed in the line of duty every day. So shout out to this firefighter. And I learned about this through Dennis Leary. Shout out to Dennis Leary. I'm going to put a link to his website, the Leary Firefighters Foundation. If you want to help support firefighters, please check out his site. He does awesome work. Of course, he was exec producer and star in the TV series Rescue Me on FX years ago. And he's really close to the fire service. So please check his website out. Chip in if you can. Help firefighters around the nation. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst of YouTube. If you never want to see it again, just please rate. It helps it move around. You can also follow me on Google+, Twitter, Facebook. Put all those links at the bottom. And, yeah, this is kind of a short report. I do have some other stuff I want to talk about. However, I think I'm going to do dedicated videos on those throughout the week because I want to get into those topics a little bit more in depth. So that's all I got for now. Another crazy week. Next week, I'm sure. I don't know what's going on with Comet Ison. It seems to have fizzled out. But like I've always said, I'm not worried about Ison. I'm worried about its debris trail. So we're going to see that possibly end of December, early January, right around there. If there is a debris field, you know, we'll see how it goes. But until next week or until the next video, you guys take care, stay safe, stay warm. I know it's cold out there, and I'll see you on the next one.